Yeah, welcome back to round one coverage of the GBO. If you're watching this, you have autoplay turned on YouTube.
Or you're a nice person
Yeah.
who clicked the back nine.
Yeah, I like that too. Ooh, up close and personal with Eric Oakley. My name's AJ Risley. I've got Robert McCall to my immediate right.
Very immediate.
Yeah, there's no one in between us.
And we got some excellent scores being put down by competitors. Lizotte and Wysocki both sitting at 7 under par after the first. Very clean scorecards. Melton at 2 under and Oakley kind of having a roller coaster so far, 1 under par.
Couple bogeys, but still under par.
Yeah, so we're moving on to the 10th hole here. This is a little bit of a reprieve from the really difficult holes 8 and 9. 391 feet downhill. This plays just over par at a 3.06 scoring average. It's a more technical drive than it appears when you're standing on the box. You have to keep the disc turned just slightly to the right, but you do have OB right. And if you decide I don't want to test the OB right and you just leave it flat, there is OB left in the golf fairway as well.
Yeah.
Simon has
This
turned this a
overstable.
lot to the right.
Yeah.
It looked like he was trying to play that out to the left side and move it right gradually, but he moved it right instantly.
Yeah, and I think there's something very. It's a very unique angle that you have to throw at as far as up and down. You know, the height of the disc out of your hand is just. We don't see this a lot where you have to throw right over a hill, but then sharp downward slope on the second half of the fairway.
Mm-hmm. And then to hold it right the entire way. This is 391, but it certainly doesn't play that. I think the effective distance is 340, 350. But just getting the angle right is absolutely the most important part of this hole.
Yeah. Oakley going with the EMAC Truth.
Yeah, and this is a Lucid X Maverick from Zach Melton. Wanting to flip it up down the right side.
Catches the tree and stays out.
Yep. Yeah, that's the danger of that right side. A couple of those trees can pull you in pretty quickly.
Yeah, I don't know. I kind of think Simon scared the rest of the car.
Oh my goodness. Are you serious?
Yeah, very serious.
He is serious. That's what people say about Simon a lot, is he's really serious.
He's just really serious. I heard he ordered Domino's at midnight the other day.
He's so serious.
Which is very serious, if you ask me.
Oakley just asking the tree to maybe work with him a little and get out of the way next time.
Yeah, just get out of here. Stupid tree.
So our last remaining birdie hope.
Oh.
And I basically counted that in my mind. That's a bit of a misstep for Wysocki as he lets a birdie opportunity go here on hole 10. Zach's in for his 4. Rick picks up his putter disgustedly.
I would too if I missed from 30.
If I had only gotten 3 pars all day.
Right. Oh man, three pars. Actually,
that was his 3rd par.
Yeah.
2 pars before that. And here's Oakley to clean up his par. So I would say maybe scores we didn't quite predict on that hole. A couple of unforced errors from Lizotte and Melton, and then an uncharacteristic missed putt from Ricky. Moving on.
Another relatively easy hole. A big hyzer for these guys at hole 11, 399 feet. It plays about that, I would say.
Yeah, that's pretty accurate. Maybe a little bit more.
Yeah, and really the tricky thing on this one is you're playing across a valley, so you have to. I don't know. You gotta.
Well, there's wind usually, and so it messes with the flight halfway down. But yeah, this is just a big hyzer for our guys.
Yeah.
2.97 scoring average, playing as the 11th most difficult hole at the time that they played it.
And the green's pretty tight on that left side. That cart path that you see there is out of bounds. Everything left of it is also out of bounds.
Yeah, you heard Oakley release that and say, "Oh."
I think he just a little bit early, but it had the
Worked out
juice
beautifully,
and he's gonna like it.
I would assume this is a PD2 from Simon. Huge hyzer.
Most likely.
Have you seen him throw a big hyzer before?
I have, because I watched the front 9.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
He's pretty good at those.
And that was a really good shot.
This is a tough hole for Zach. Maybe not the most difficult. He could get safe really quickly if he wanted to, but to challenge for the birdie, he's Well, gonna have to do exactly that.
Great shot.
That's
and
over
again,
be 99% of the flight.
oh yeah, for sure. And again, it's just he just gets to have the most fun because being a lefty, he gets to be super creative. Rick,
Yeah,
almost
that's just
almost lost his
textbook.
mini there. I don't know if you saw that.
So he starts off with a birdie here on 11.
Oh,
Just high for Oakley. Once again, good to have that committed putting stroke, and it hurts because you just did everything right, but maybe you just wanted a little too much.
yeah, he definitely wanted it. Definitely.
Lizotte, routine birdie.
Mm-hmm.
Melton, I believe that was a Gold Line Ballista Pro that he threw there.
Whatever it was, it worked.
Yep.
Sweet shot.
Little applause from the gallery for Zach. 12 is a brand new hole
Brand
here at
new.
the Emporia Country Club. 314 feet. Playing uphill, I think it plays more like 350-ish. This is one of the easier holes relative to par on the course, coming in at a 2.85 scoring average. But there's kind of a, I don't know, the big hyzer is there, and it's the first thing that you see. But the tall grass on the right side is out of bounds, and you've got some guardian trees that want to keep you out of bounds.
Right.
So you either need to throw maybe 30 feet long or 30 feet
no.
short. Rick has played this turnover, something
Ooh.
very overstable.
Oh, not overstable enough, though. He put a lot of anhyzer on that, to be fair.
Yeah. But you see, like, all right, Simon has thrown big hyzer after big hyzer, and you can tell even he is intimidated by the guardian trees over there. Because if you hit those and stay out of bounds, it's basically a re-tee.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And you mentioned big hyzer, and here we go.
Ooh.
Oh, not big enough,
That
though.
just didn't quite push far enough for Zach.
And he finds himself in the Melton bush. Just a bunch of hair.
Why do you
over
think they
there.
named it that?
Well, because it's got a bunch of
Oh, it
hair.
looks
Ooh,
like
yeah.
that. That's the play. If you've got a big forehand,
Great.
yeah, that's well executed by Oakley. That's a valiant effort from under the Melton bush.
Melton from the Melton bush.
Ricky knew out of his hand just too high there.
Yeah, he just kind of skied it.
And that's going to be his first actual blemish of the round. He'll take bogey here.
Nice putt.
It's good conversion for Zach. A little bit farther away than I think he'd expected.
Oh yeah, I mean he gave that putt from the Melton bush a very good run.
Yep.
But it found the top of the basket and skipped away a little bit farther than he wanted.
And we got Lizotte showing you the picture-perfect flex down the middle. I'm kind of surprised to see no big backhand hyzers here.
Yeah, I'm a little surprised too. The wind wasn't doing anything to really,
Yeah, prevent you from
Prohibit it?
doing it. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's right.
but great birdie from Oakley as well.
On to hole 13, 394 uphill. I think it plays a little bit more than that.
Slightly uphill, probably plays
410, something like that. Everything right of the cart path is out of bounds, and the grass over there is incredibly sticky. It's almost like Velcro. So if you get a skip off of it, consider yourself very fortunate.
Yeah, you're either very fortunate or you throw very hard.
Yeah, it's one of those. There's also OB in the tall grass on the left, but most of our competitors are going to be challenging this cart path. Simon playing kind of safe, and that didn't
Nice.
seem like fully committed, but it's not a
Yeah.
bad result.
Yeah. A good tree, though, kept him from going too far left.
50 feet or so.
Actually pushed him towards the basket. Yeah, and this one's early left, too.
Yeah, and this is the same disc we saw from Oakley on hole 11 on that huge hyzer.
Mango.
Mango.
Lucid Raider.
Yeah, you like
Jinx.
that. Are there Cokes nearby? I want to be able to talk.
Well, you just talked, and
I
don't
guess
see
I
a
owe you.
Coke,
I
so-
guess I owe you more Cokes. Some lackluster drives so far here on 13. So, see if Ricky can redeem the card for us. He
Nope.
cannot.
Gosh.
That,
All right, if you want to go up and get a snack now,
this is a difficult drive,
you're our
honestly.
guest.
This is playing as the 15th most difficult hole. So, quick math says that that's the fourth easiest.
Quick maths.
Um,
Yes.
2.93 scoring average, though. We don't have a lot of holes playing substantially under par this weekend. Not sure what Oakley was saying.
I think on his putt he found a branch that wasn't even in play. Yeah. It's all right. Lizotte from about 45.
Just a bit low. It's looking like a star par here. That's really not what you expect on hole 13, but not entirely impossible. The drive is just, I don't know, it's kind of daunting.
Right. I mean, it's a standard hyzer, but it's just more mental than anything.
If you haven't had the chance to check out that Physics of Flight series, Daniel Lindahl is doing some great stuff there. Guest appearance by myself a little bit, but mostly by Paige Bjerke.
Mostly the Page Wave, yeah.
Hole 14. This is made iconic last year by Eagle, skipping in a forehand for Eagle. Pretty good.
700 on Sports Center.
Yeah, it's south. 751 feet. Playing the 8th most difficult 4.1 scoring average. These low branches near the basket kind of prohibit the easy forehand from being accessible like it has in years past.
Right.
So you really need to plan for You really need to plan for being either far left side of the fairway or far right side. That's going to give you the easiest access to the green.
Right. And what's the opposite of a thrower? Because that's what we just saw from Simon there.
Oakley with that Raider.
Man, he's loving it.
And that's got good distance, but it didn't quite stand up to flat like he wanted, so he's going to be a bit stymied behind the trees right there.
Oh, I really hope that's not directly behind that tree.
You know what? I think it is.
You hate to see it.
You hate to see it.
Lucid Raider from Melton.
That's a smooth
Oakley
hyzer.
likes it.
It's a smooth hyzer for Melton.
Smooth hyzer. You're listening to...
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
You're listening to the Steel Series on JomezPro.
99.3 smooth hyzer radio.
From the women's locker room at Emporia Country Club.
In a very literal sense, that's where we're recording.
That is exactly where we are recording. And Rick going with a big forehand to get up towards the basket. He's still going to be about 200 feet out. He shanked it off the tee.
Right. And it seems like we saw that one on live coverage. It seems like he took almost no time and just took out some aggression and just threw hard. And you can tell because that went very far. It's a second missed shot in a row for Lizotte.
That was rather interesting. You might see on the commentary cam, but I don't even know.
Bamboozled.
I don't even have words.
Flummoxed.
Like, wait, what just happened?
That's a beautiful shot for Oakley.
Wow.
Oh my goodness. Inside the circle from his knee? Come on.
Yeah, that's great.
That's probably a 400-foot shot.
Yeah. And unfortunately, he was directly behind that tree. But he made it work.
Melton playing for the big skip.
Nice.
Ends up just behind Oakley.
And I think what we saw is Simon was going for another roller, but he didn't get it turned over as much, or it was a little too overstable, and so it had more of a cut angle.
That's right.
And didn't turn over all the way. But then he goes with the sidearm, and he gives himself looks like a circle 2 putt for par.
Ricky playing for the right side of the tree just catches that right side. That's a little bit outside circle 1's edge. That's a disappointing 5 for Lizotte.
Ouch.
Last year he threw a roller that got to maybe 80 feet. Maybe closer, I don't remember.
It was huge, I remember. I know exactly what you're talking about.
And then another uncharacteristic miss for Ricky.
Oh.
Zach, after a couple of hits off the band on those step putts, low putt. And Oakley's out right for his par. Taking a moment to do some isometric exercises and really strengthen his muscles.
Yeah.
Flexing them all at once.
Right, he was definitely bracing the abs there.
Certainly not the best hole for our chase card today. A couple of bogeys and a couple of pars here.
Right, and no OB strokes.
Yeah.
So, yikes. Let's just move on to hole 15.
Let's move on.
Please.
New tee pad that's a little bit more level. This is a big right-hand hyzer for our competitors, 438 feet, coming in at a scoring average of 2.95, so playing as the 5th easiest hole on the course today.
Yep.
This is just a distance control shot. You have to hang out far enough on the right side of that tree to access the green. There is an OB fairway to the right and OB long, which normally wouldn't come into play on a hole like this, but you can really get a hold of a shot off this new tee pad.
Oakley going lucid enforcer again. He just didn't push it wide enough. But karaoke night is tonight, so he's getting warmed up.
That's either karaoke or disdain. I'm not sure which.
And Zach told me this was bio getaway.
Oh, no.
Ooh, set. Oh.
Little bit of a kick toward that OB fairway, but he's safe. Probably circle 2 or so.
Big hyzer. Called it. Yep.
You have such great intuition, AJ. Wow, that was going to be near the cart path, if not OB, but he is saved.
He is saved. And the gallery was saved by that tree.
That's right. Ricky's thrown the best looking angle of the bunch so far.
And that bird almost looked like a disc, but
there's
Ricky
my goodness,
threw a blue one.
There's the OB long that we're talking about. Ricky within 5 feet of that. So he's going to be circle 2 putting back at the basket.
Oakley with a jump putt from the middle of the fairway.
Melton with a huge jumper. Had a couple of high putts hit the band. That low one on the last one. Said, you know what? Now it's time to be just right.
Yeah, and if you thought Damian Lillard's game winner was big, just
Exhibit A, Zach Melton.
Yeah, get out of here.
Oh, nice. All right, so Zach has opened the floodgates for us. Ricky pours in a birdie of his own, watching it intently all the way. Little fist pump. You love to see it.
Get there. Yeah, Zach. Oh, Andy says, yep, that was 2.
Yeah.
Yep, I got a 2.
Hey, write me down for a 2. Rick, we're not taking scores yet. Yeah, but it's a 2.
Yeah, but I'll see you on 17's tee pad.
We actually have a hole to play in between that. Is he just going to get skipped at it because he made
probably.
good birdie? Okay, sweet. Just write me down for a 2 on 16 as well.
Zach told me that he made his huge putt, looked at Rick and said, hey, Rick, don't get big putted. And Rick proceeded
Rick always
to
up for a challenge?
Yeah, not get big putted.
That sounds like Melton. Here we are, 16th hole. I think this is the signature hole of Emporia Country Club. 383 feet, island green. It must come to rest on the island to move to the island.
Yes.
4th most difficult hole relative to par. 3.63 scoring average. I think mentally, it probably plays as the most difficult hole on the course.
Yeah, it's just daunting with a capital DAUNTING.
That's a lot. It's like
daunting.
Daunting. Yeah.
And the nice thing about this hole, emphasis on the nice, is that the right side of this fairway is inbounds, so you can lay up over there.
Can lay up. So we see Zach take that option. Simon's hyzer is headed left.
But it's got the distance.
Catches the island. Now, this is a new pin placement from what we've seen in years past. Used to, that would be an automatic birdie. Anything on the island was pretty much a guaranteed 2. But now we've got the basket on the back right portion of the island, and it makes it so that even if you stick the island, I think Simon's maybe 40 feet away.
He might lay up.
He won't lay up. Well, who knows? But there's water directly behind the basket. This is a tough putt to commit to. Oakley with a smooth forehand, needing that to check.
Oh, lovely.
Beautifully done.
Good commitment.
Yeah, and one of the difficult things about the island is you really only have 15 or 20 feet that you can land the disc and keep it on the island.
Correct.
Because the edges skip off. If you land on the flat part, we saw multiple drives yesterday land on the flat and skip off the back. And great shot. You did almost everything right, but you're still headed to the drop zone.
Yeah, and as you were mentioning this new basket placement, all I could think of was, oh yeah, this hole wasn't hard enough. So let's make let's
make it more difficult. Oh, okay, look at that putting.
Whoa.
Look at that putting form by Lizotte. Not at all his normal putting form.
Not at all normal, and please don't replicate that at home.
But I will say this is a bit of an anomaly as far as our MPO cards go. 0 drives in the water.
Yeah.
No OB strokes. This could be a star par, and I would bet you it's the only one of the day.
The only star par of the day.
I think so.
You don't think there was a card out there that
did 4 layups and
four layups?
I bet there wasn't.
Interesting.
There's also no way to check that, so this is awesome.
There's probably a way to check it, but it's just too much work.
Maybe from the magic of U-Disc, whatever.
Okay, and card 53 was the only card to start.
Moving on to hole 17. This
go.
is playing as the most difficult hole on the course relative to par. 4.83 scoring average, so more than 3/4 of a stroke over par. Competitors have 2 Mandos to deal with down the fairway, and once you beat those, shot over substantial OB up to the basket here. Yeah, new basket over to the right, 806 feet. You got to bite off as much as you possibly can to give yourself a look at birdie here.
And again, we're throwing up and over the, crest of this gentle crest, as we'll call it. And I think that's becoming a signature of the Emporia Country Club, is throwing up and over this crest, and with OB on either side. I think that's also probably a trademark of these fairways out here.
That's right. So we got Melton with an Explorer. Not sure what Simon threw there, but we know that this is a destroyer from Ricky.
I would guess FD from Lizotte again, because with the OB on the left, and as you're having to throw the disc uphill at the beginning of its flight.
Whoa. Hold on just a second. Just look at how far Oakley's drive went past everybody else's.
Very far.
Probably 80 feet. Okay, continue.
Yes, but so you're throwing uphill. The disc is going to want to leak out, fade to the left, and find OB. So Simon's going to disc down, have something that holds longer. And the same kind of thing as we saw from Melton. Disc down, something that holds longer. So he doesn't find the right OB.
Definitely.
And Simon is home alone at this point. Oh, wait, no, home alone. He's
that's
hands
the
on the
cheeks.
cheeks.
Yeah, that's the cheeks.
Dang it.
It's okay. So both Melton and Oakley landing past that 400-foot stake to the basket. This is, beautifully played by Melton. And that's over OB for probably 80% of the flight there.
Yeah. But the nice thing, like you mentioned, about getting that extra distance off the tee like these two guys did, it opens up that aggressive play, that
wider hyzer.
Yeah, it's just the definition of risk reward.
Yeah, they've taken full advantage of that, both throwing great shots out over the OB.
Yep. And they're going to have putts for birdie on the hardest hole of the day.
That's right. This is Lizotte's 4th after going OB on his second shot.
And this is Rick for bird, up and around the tree.
Good bid. 15, 20 left. Not bad.
Simon.
It's a good putting stroke from Simon. It's going to be a bogey, but bogey's not the worst score that you can take here. We've seen some pretty big scores out here.
Oh, I'm sure. I would not doubt it at all. There's a lot of OB on this hole.
One of the things I love about Country Club is that hole 15 plays as one of the easiest holes relative to par, and then you go 16, 17, 18, which go 4th, 1st, and 6th most difficult, respectively.
Sweet.
So you can't just ship it in,
No, not at all.
You have to stay absolutely focused until the last putt. That's a beautiful birdie for Oakley. He also held up a 2, but he actually got a 3.
Right.
I don't think he knows how this works.
If he had his thumb out, then then that's a 3.
There you go. Zach just waved his disc. He definitely doesn't know how this works. Moving on to hole 18. New pin placement here. 6th most difficult hole, playing at a 4.31 scoring average.
Just a great finishing hole.
I really enjoy this new hole. Long drive over the water. It's really not that far to clear. Maybe 270, 300 to clear the water.
If you're going to lay up to the short tee, yes.
That's correct. But you really want to carry 400, 415 on your drive into the golf fairway, turn about 90 degrees to your right, and then throw a shot that the green runs away from you to an elevated basket. So it's a shot that is entirely dependent upon speed control.
Correct. And Zach rips on that Gold Line Ballista Pro again.
Yep, he's looking at the gap you want to be looking at.
Oakley going Lucid Enforcer.
That's fading out left. And normally that wouldn't be a huge problem, but that makes his second shot to the to the basket quite a bit longer now. He's probably throwing maybe 330, 340 with a bit of a low ceiling.
Yeah. Settle down. Okay. And here's this layup play that we're seeing from Rick and probably from Simon too. Yeah, it looks like it. So they're going to lay up short so that way they have a hyzer approach to the green. Oh, no, he caught some mud.
No, man.
He caught some mud.
That's such an unfortunate break for Lizotte.
Oh.
Look at his footing.
Burp.
You can see that he was hardly able to plant there. No mind.
But they got an...
Man,
that was enough.
Usually when I slip on a drive or have mud under my feet, it looks like that too. So that's just kind of standard fare.
Yeah.
What a shot by Lizotte.
And great shot by Rick as well.
Like you said, I think that was a Firebird approach.
Oh, yeah.
Well executed. So here's Oakley from, what I think is probably 340 or so. This is a felon. And he just got all of that. And that's that runaway green that we were talking about.
Right. And the thing is, you said it was about 340, and I'm going to say it was closer to, I don't know, I feel like it was closer than that. Because I did the same thing in practice. I just kept going OB long because this, I don't know, the second shot plays a little bit shorter than it looks.
This is Oakley for par.
Sweet.
And that's a good conversion.
Yeah. It's definitely the putt you want to end the day. It is a big putt, circle's edge, uphill on an elevated basket to save your par.
Good confidence there. Oh, no.
And that is...
Oh, no. That hurts. So...
Oh, he's just going to re-putt.
Yeah, instead of moving down to the water, Zach just opts to re-putt here.
And I'm laughing because I'm not laughing at Zach. I'm just laughing because he...
That's so unfortunate.
He mentioned something about a putt
when that
on
happened.
18 that hits the rim and rolls OB, and then you re-putt.
So that's going to move him tied with Eric Oakley on the day at 3 under par. Wysocki converts for his birdie, as does Lizotte. They'll finish at 8 under par. We'll likely see them on our chase card coverage tomorrow.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
All right, there you have it. Oakley with the only clean back nine. Great putt to finish. Thank you for watching round one coverage of the GBO. Lead card tomorrow, Joel Freeman, Johnny McRae, Simon Lizotte, Cale LaVisca.
Then the chase card that you'll hear from us, Paul Macbeth, Ricky Wysocki, Drew Gibson, and half of BigSexy.
Yes.
Nate Sexton. If you haven't subscribed to the Jomez channel already, come on, go ahead and click that subscription button right now.
Please do it.
Ring the bell to turn on notifications so that you can be a part of disc golf history as we are here at the Glass Blown Open, the most covered event in disc golf history. We'll see you next time.